What's up, family? This is your man, not your boy. Cold Black to Africa. Only if you're prepared to. But, I want to go ahead and discuss this right here. The top 3 reasons people are returning.
He said it right there. Only if you're prepared to.
Leaving Africa.
Keyword, preparation.
I've been in countries in Africa. I've traveled. I just got back. I'm about to leave here in 2 more weeks. Be back over to the motherland. And I'm going to be establishing more of my so-called building my kingdom. But I want you all to understand the top 3 reasons. How do I come up with these top 3 reasons? Because I talk to people. People email me. People that I've interviewed. People that have shared, whether it's their own stories, testimonies, whatever, on the reasons why they had to leave. Of course, the number 1 reason, drum roll, please. The number 1 reason why people leave to come back to their country, of course, is money. People have failed to plan to go and move to a country and never give thought about how much of their money is going to last them. And many of them think that they can just go start a business and money is just going to start overnight. Those that I've spoke to, exhausted, they say that their money went faster than they thought it would go. And a lot of people, when they hear me say Africa is cheap and your money goes farther, and it does. But a lot of people are not willing to eat like the average African. Most are not going to be eating street food. Most are not going to be going to the local markets to get the...
This is why I say to people, if you're going to be planning to make a big move for like relocate to a country that you've never been to before, you would be a fool to not live there for at least 6 months, experience the culture, the prices, the economy, the political instability or whatever. You'd be a fool to not live like a local for like 6 months to test out before you make the big move. If you're someone who thinks of the idea and then 3 months later moves, you are a fool because you will return a week later. As soon as your money runs out, you will return. And it's going to be quick like that. You have to put time, a lot of time, especially if you have family. A lot of people that have families, you have to plan out a lot of ways which you can have income stream coming in every month. If you're thinking about making an investment there, think about investment, open up businesses, the legalities of it. You have to think about everything. So this is like minimum 2 to 5 year plan. Minimum 2 to 5 year plan.
Cost of food at the local markets. Most people, they gravitate to the type of living that they were doing in the country they were from. And these African countries got tourist areas, foreign areas. And when you want to go over to these countries, you're going to find that the cost of food or places to stay that you're accustomed of living are going to be tremendously high, if not more than the country you come from. Do you not know that a bag of cookies, Oreos, let's say, will cost double, if not close to triple the price? You will spend probably about $10 on just a bag of cookies. Doritos. Do you know a bag of Doritos costs almost $10?
And for all of you, that's the reason for that is because of importing. The price of importation gets added on to the price of the products. For example, the Oreo. If you go to a country where they don't produce most of their goods, you best believe you're going to be paying a lot more than the actual good is worth because of importation fees.
$10. If you are used to the American or the Canadian or the European type of brands of things, you are going to spend almost 3 times the amount. If you like your Crest toothpaste, do you know how much toothpaste, the Crest toothpaste, because that's typically what I would use when I am here in America. Crest toothpaste over there costs about $9 to $10 too. These are all items that cost like $10. They're triple the cost. Do you know how much that digs into your pocket? Do you know that will suck up your money quick? To eat out, family. When you want to eat out at restaurants, because here in America, you have selected different types of foods. If you want Mexican, if you want Italian, if you want Jamaican, if you want all of these different types of foods, when you get to Africa, those areas who have that, if they have that, are going to be tremendously high to eat at. You're going to spend way more money, not be a good cook, or you don't like to cook. If you are eating out and you're like, I want a burger today, a burger going to cost you about $7, one person. Now add it up when you got 2, 3 kids and a wife or a husband. Then you want to go ahead and buy the items that you're so used to, whether it's dishwashing liquid, whether it is clothing.
Literally, you have to be as specific as this man right here. He's talking about liquid, washing, clothing, buying burgers or going to the grocery store. You have to be that specific. You have to know how much every little thing, every penny that leaves, every cent that leaves your bank account, your card. You have to know the price of everything. Why? Because this will help you plan. If you plan, then you know what's coming ahead. That's the main purpose of planning. You're in a good position for whatever comes ahead. If you just go in there with no plan, no experience, of course, you've never lived there before, then you're just going to be coming back to wherever you left. Literally, just like that. And you're going to have such a bad experience that you don't even want to go back again. So it's very important that the first time, which is only going to be most people's only time, if the first time doesn't work out, there's no one that's going to go back again and try and make it work 2.0. No. If you have a negative experience the first time, that's probably the last time. Plan. If you have families there, ask them. If you have family, they should be a bit easier. But even then, you don't want to be relying on your family. You don't want to be a burden to them. Just make sure you plan. You ask them questions. You ask them, where's the best place for this? Where's the best place for that? How much is this? How much is that? What's this? What's this? What's that? Especially if you don't have a source of income. If you don't have a source of income, you have to be 10x prepared in terms of planning, financials and whatnot. Every cent that leaves your card, you have to know where it's going. Because it's the long term at the end of the day. It's the long term.
Whether it is, whether it's cleaning items, whether it is, the food, or whether any item that's got to be imported in, it is going to be a task on your pockets. You have to understand, that's the number one reason why people, they exhaust their money and they have to go back. Then you want to live in a place that is so-called conducive to you. I got to have my air conditioning in every room. I got to have my my hot shower. And those places cost money. Who's got that? I want the nice, sleek place. I want my place where I got, the marble cabinets, or the neighborhood or the apartment complex got, it has a certain way. It looks this way. It's got a pool. This is what is exhausting and killing a lot of people's finances. Then you want to get out and about. You want to travel, transportation. That's added cost. A lot of people who are giving you the cost of living, a lot of them, I ain't gonna say all of them, they are only giving you just a portion of what their cost is. Most people I meet don't know how to budget. I've helped many people in budgeting, finances. You will be amazed that people do not add up every penny that they spend. Many people, they will tell you, well, this is what my rent costs, and this is what I spent on food, really. And then this is what the cost of, everybody don't watch every penny they spend. They're not meticulously writing down every penny, but then they will do a YouTube video and tell you, I spent $700 a month. But they left out a whole lot of other information. And then you thinking you can get that. A lot of people don't tell you how they're making it. Some people are retired from the military.
Also, you can watch all the videos on YouTube you want. They're not going to depict a true representation of the realities of what it's like being there. This is why I suggest you to go to that place. You have to go there physically. You have to live there. You have to see it for yourself. You have to experience it for yourself. You have to do the research for yourself. You have to take the notes for yourself. That's very important. If you're anyone that's thinking about, making this move, you have to go do it yourself.
Terry, some people who are receiving Social Security, some people, they may have offered their 401k. They don't tell their business on YouTube. Oh, I sell things. We just sell some things that we got. I have a internet business, that I'm doing. But they're not telling, a lot of people are not telling you the wholehearted truth. Some might have their in-laws, their mother-in-laws, or their moms or dads who might be seniors that you don't even know. I watched a YouTuber who was on there for 3 years, never showed that their mother-in-law was with them, who got the Social Security to help defray the cost of the expenses that they were encountering. And so after the fact, when they were gone, and they disclosed that information. Don't you think that's important for somebody to know? Number one is money. Number two is because most people, they think that they can go start a business in another country. And when they find out there's no job or there is no business opportunity for them because they don't have the business mind or the will or the intellect to be able to start a business, they come back to go get a job. I've said this before in my videos right here. If you don't have a business in the country you're leaving, it's going to be twice as hard for you to start a business in the country you're going. Let me say that again. If you're not doing business in the country you're at, the likelihood of you going to start a business to succeed is very slim. And people have these expectations that, oh yeah, because you hear me say you can come start a business, this and that. Yes, you can go start a business. But I've said this too. In the business that I bought there in Tanzania, the propane gas business, it's not even really spending much of a profit. I couldn't live off the profit. I did the videos for you all to show y'all, when I went to go show you about the motorcycles, buying motorcycles, whether it's a good deal or bad deal, whether it is a dump truck, whether it was a small a utility vehicle. I did math for you all, showing y'all, would this be enough money for you if you bought 2, 3, 4 of them? Most people are trying to go into these places and start businesses, and then their business fails. They were relying on the business to take care of them. If you are going to Africa, or any country for that matter, and you have residual income, and you have expectation that this business is going to take care of you, I'm telling you, you have another thing coming. Life throws you curves. But that was the second reason. The second reason is because of people have expectations starting business, and the business may not happen because they find there's a lot of different procedures you got to go through in order to start.
And if you're one of these guys that are thinking about starting a business, when you do that, make sure you have at least one year, 12 months of expenses, savings in expenses. Make sure you have that sorted. Because when things go wrong, of course things are going to go wrong. It's a business. It's a business in a foreign country. Especially if you never owned a business, there's going to be something going wrong. So make sure you're prepared financially and have at least 12 months of spending put aside. Don't include that into anything. Don't include that into your business. Don't include it into your daily budget. Don't include that into anything. Just put that to the side. Because when calamity strikes, which it will, then that's what that money's for. If you don't have that money aside, then you're going to be left with no choice but to pack your bags and go back.
Business, or even if you start a business, we've seen already people who are asking people to help them because they don't have enough money to even keep the business going. And many fold up their chairs and come back to the country they're from. The third thing is that they get homesick. There are those who get homesick. That it was all an emotional drive to get out of the country they're from because they fed into all the talks about Africa and then they wanted to get out and go, but didn't realize.
One thing I just want to say about that as well, this is why I say to you, everything this man is saying all lines to the fact that you need to go and visit there. You need to go be there for yourself for at least 6 months before you make the move. a lot of these problems, it could be eradicated by you going there first. If you visit there, if you go there, you'll know if it's like, you know, if it's a place where you get homesick, if it's somewhere where you can spend like quite a long time, you know, basing there, but if you've never visited, of course you're going to be homesick within 2-3 weeks because you don't know anything. Whereas if you'd visited before, you'll have a lot more idea. You'll have a better understanding. You'll have a better, you'll learn a lot more about yourself. How can you handle these types of situations? How can I handle these pros, these cons? You have to weigh everything together and you know, see whichever one you know suits your lifestyle. And guys, that's gonna bring an end to the video. Shout out to that guy's YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll link his channel below. But as you heard, guys, planning is so important, more than you believe. Being efficient, being smart, being professional is very, very important when it comes to making a move like this. Don't do it based off on feelings. One day you feel tired of the country that you are. Do you know what? I'm going to pack my bags and leave. Maybe for a holiday or what.